Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, we're very serious. We're very concerned. And it's good to see everyone. I hate to come breaking in like this with such an urgent response. But last night, of course, we asked Mike to be a guest on our Sunday Night Live broadcast. We thought for sure he would show, and he didn't. That's not like Mike. Mike has always informed me that if we ever are in a situation where we need his input, and it's not a Thursday night, just let him know and he will come. Unless, he said, I am locked in to a situation of high-level security that I cannot be released. And that happened last night. He never responded. Matter of fact, he did not respond to us for 3 days, which is very unusual, very, very, very unusual. So I was very concerned last night. And he never made it last night, and so I apologize. We just heard from Mike. We just got an email. Matter of fact, I got 2 major reports. Let me share with you the first response from Mike from around the world. He said this in an email. Hello. I have an update on global affairs. I'll be sending later. So in other words, I'm going to get another email from him. But he said, I have an update on global affairs I will be sending later. Pastor and Heidi, we are in the throes as never before, and it will alter the lives of all who are alive. Thank you both for being leaders of trust during these trying times. Again, let me read this again. From Mike from around the world, just got it a few moments ago. He said, hello, and he hadn't responded in 3 days. He said, hello, I have an update on global affairs I'll be sending later. Pastor and Heidi, we're in the throes as never before, and it will alter the lives of all who are alive. Thank you both, being leaders of trust during these trying times. 4 minutes after I received this email from Mike, 4 minutes after receiving this email from Mike, we received an email from a separate source, a different source. It's within the government. That email was more explicit, and so I have posted that at my Patreon channel. I can't put that one here. So if you go to our Patreon channel, and there's the link below, www.patreon.com/Paul Begley. You can see it as it's on the ticker tape. It's also in the description below. Go there, and if you're a member of my Patreon channel, go there right now and watch it. It's a 2-minute video. And you'll get this second part of this information. But still, we've still yet to hear later. We're going to hear later from Mike from around the world again. But once again, because there's people just now arriving, let me read to you again. I just got this response from Mike from around the world about 15 minutes ago, and this is what he said. Hello, I have an update on global affairs I'll be sending later, okay? And I'm expecting we'll get that later tonight. And he said, Pastor and Heidi, we're in the throes as never before, and it will alter the lives of all who are alive. Thank you both, being leaders of trust during these trying times. God bless you always, Mike. So we're expecting to get another email from him, hopefully this evening, with more details, okay? But then 4 minutes after getting this email from Mike from around the world, we received an email from another separate source within the government. And this one was much more explicit. I really don't believe what Mike is going to update us with is the same as this message. This is, I believe, a separate message. It's from a separate source, and I think it's a separate reason. But it is explicit and urgent, and is very important. So what you should do is go to my Patreon channel, and you'll see I just did a Patreon just before I came live here. And it says, and what that Patreon says is this: Mike from around the world, chilling response. Because I do read his first email to me, and then I read the email from the other source, which is more explicit and detailed and very, very concerning for sure. So check it out. If you're a member of my Patreon channel, go there right now and watch it. Go there right now and watch it. Go there right now and watch it. If you're not a member of my Patreon channel, this is very important you do this, because if Mike comes back and gives me details that I cannot share online, I cannot share on YouTube, I will share it at my Patreon channel. All right? I will share it at my Patreon channel. So we're in uncharted waters, is what Mike's saying. And then the second source who sent me an email, and it's very interesting, but the second source, a different source within the government, sends me an email 4 minutes later with a very, very explicit response, or a very explicit information. So you go to my Patreon channel and watch it. It's a 2-minute video. It's actually 1 minute and 58 seconds. And the title of that email, the title of that video right on the top is Mike from Around the World, Chilling Response. Okay, I use the same title basically. So go there. I read both the Mike from Around the World email, and I read the second email from a second source. These are critical times we're in. I didn't mean to break in like this tonight, but I know you all were wondering, where was Mike from Around the World last night? He never does that unless he is locked away. And the fact that he was a no-show last night, and the fact that he didn't respond to us for 3 days, we knew something big time is up. I think everyone knows it, okay? So when I get his next response, when I get Mike's next response, we will come back to you here on YouTube. If we can read it, I'll put it here on YouTube. If we can't, I'll put it on Patreon. All right. I'll be back, guys. God bless you, and keep praying. But again, for those of you who just showed up, because there's almost 1,000 people here, for those of you who just showed up, I will read this one more time. This was from Mike from Around the World about 20 minutes ago. We hadn't heard from him in 3 days. He was a no-show last night. I was very sorry that happened, and Mike is obviously sorry about that, but he cannot break away when he is sequestered in an intelligence or in a critical situation, security situation. But he did respond about 20 minutes ago, and this is what he said. In an email, he said, "Hello, I have an update on global affairs. I'll be sending later. Pastor Paul and Heidi, we're in the throes as never before, and it will alter the lives of all who are alive. Thank you both being leaders of trust during these trying times. God bless you always, Mike." If you want to get the second half of this, the email I received 4 minutes later from another source with explicit information that I cannot read here, no way, go to my Patreon channel and watch that, okay? So I just read Mike's email. It's not clickbait. I just read it 3 times. What do you want me to do, county complainer? I told you, I just read to you an email I got from Mike 20 minutes ago. I haven't heard from him in 3 days. I'm apologizing why he couldn't be on the show last night. I'm reading it right to you. He said he's going to send an update soon, and I will give it to you. For God's sake, help me understand. I can't just pull stuff out of thin air. Nobody else can either. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Okay. Whatever. God bless you. I love you guys. For those of you who can't understand it, I love you too. Thank you. Somebody said, don't let it bother you, Pastor. Thank you. Can you tell the other people that too while you're at it? Tell them to please get a grip. We're in the last days. Get a grip. Thank you. I love all you guys. I'll be back. Go to Patreon. Go to Patreon. Go to Patreon. go to Patreon. You got to hear this other one.